Test, test, test. What's going on, yo? What's going on? Alright, we got the audio sounding good. Alright, let me send this link out and then we're gonna go ahead and get started. We got a couple setups we're looking for right here. We got a few setups we're looking for right here. We got a few setups we're looking for right here. Give me 1 second, y'all. Today is Friday. So we got a few sets we're looking at right now. We just had 3M GBP news pop off. I was looking for this NAS setup. Didn't retest yet, so we're not gonna pull the trigger on that. So we're gonna look at this gold cell right here. Let me know if the audio sounds good, y'all. Let me know if the audio sounds good. Shout out to those that was in the TikTok live yesterday. If y'all was not in the TikTok live yesterday, make sure to tune into the ones next week, y'all. We're not going to go live today. We're going to be back live on Monday. I was looking at this NAS setup, but it didn't quite retest, so we're not going to take that setup yet. But we're still looking for NAS sales just like yesterday. We're still looking for NAS sales just like yesterday. As far as news, we only had GBP news. We have nothing else going on in New York session or London, so we're just simply waiting for confirmations of volume to be met. So we got a few sets looking at. I'm liking gold and I'm liking GU right here as well. So we're gonna see if we can get a retest right here. We're gonna see if we can get a retest right here. Right now, we're just looking to see if we can retest these levels. We're looking to see if NAS can maintain 23,740 as resistance. And then we're looking to see if gold can maintain 44.54 as resistance. That's what we're looking at right now. Depending on what price does today, we're still bearish. We're just kind of struggling making the lower low here. About to see what price got for us. And then we're going to be looking for a retest on GU. So we got a few sets. We're going to be looking for GJ buys, GU sells, NAS sells, gold sells. Yeah, NAS is pushing, so we're just gonna let NAS push. Again, we don't chase price, we're just gonna let NAS do his thing. If y'all was in the live stream yesterday, the markets went absolutely crazy yesterday. Make sure to watch yesterday's live stream if y'all didn't. I dropped a new video for y'all yesterday. Make sure to catch it to the playlist this weekend as well. But we're going to be looking to see if we can BCR right here. We're about to look to see if we can hold this level as resistance. If y'all got any questions, drop in the chat. When we look at any charts, drop in the chat. Make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join the free Signal free Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last month and last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. Alright, new 5 minute just popped up. Let's see how this closes right here. Did a nice retest on a 5-minute. We're going to see what this next 15 looks like, though. That's about to pop up in about 20 seconds. So we're either going to go look for a price on GBPUSD to retest 3,300, or we're just going to wait for the next entry point right here. But we're looking for sells on GU. We're looking for buys on GJ. We're going to be looking to see if GJ can break above and maintain 213.15 as support. And then we're going to be looking for NAS sells. So again, the reason why I didn't take this NAS setup because it didn't retest. This is what it looks like going into London Open. And then just push down. So we're just going to wait for the retest. And then we can see possible gold sales here. So we got gold sales, NAS sales, GU sales, and then possible GJ buys. That's what we're looking at right now, y'all. That's what we're looking at right now. Alright, new 15 just popped up. Let's see what these charts are doing. G might take off without us, which is all good. I like this gold sell setup. I'll hop in this. We got some work to do in this though, but we're in these cells right here. Let's move this alarm up so we can actually see what's going on. There we go. So we're gonna see how NAS reacts right here as well. If y'all got any questions, drop in the chat. When we look at any charts, you already know, drop in the chat. We're gonna look to see if GU is gonna retest right here for us. Again, y'all, it's just the patience game. It's just the waiting game. You know what your game plan is. You know what your bias is. So now all you got to do is just simply wait for price to come to you. Wait for your confirmations. And then just let price do what it's going to do. That's all it comes down to. Just let price do what it's going to do. on the chart. So this is what NAS100 is looking like. So about to see if it's going to retest this level right here. Yeah, I'm liking this NAS setup here. We can see the price keep on dropping. Gold is looking right here, is retesting this level again. So we're about to see what this next 5 and 15 looks like. And then GU is still chilling right here. So again, y'all, with GJ, we're going to be looking to see if we're either going to retest 212.90 or if we can break back above and maintain 213.15 as support. If so, then we look for buys going to 213.40. With NAS100, we're going to be looking to see if price is going to retest 23.730, or if we can break below 23.650 and hold that as resistance, we could look for sales going to the downside. We're in this gold setup right now. And then with GU, we're either going to look for price to retest 32.30, or if we could break below 3,300, we're going to look for sales to the downside. So right now we're just watching these other three charts, waiting for a retest, and then we're letting gold do its thing. Right now, gold's retesting this level. We got a little bit of work to do. We're going to need some volume to make a new lower low today. We're going to see if we're going to get a new lower low today on gold. I like sales on NAS today as well as sales on GU today. We did have GBP news pop off at 3 o'clock as well. Nothing crazy happened. But yeah, we didn't have that many news events this week. We're going to have a little bit more next week, though, as we wrap up the month. Monday and Tuesday, the last 2 days of the month. So yeah, so next week should be interesting, but it really just kind of depends on, because we've got a bunch of holidays tomorrow, next week too. I forgot about that shit. Yeah, but we'll get to that when we get to that. So let's see what this next 5 minute looks like. And if the audio sounds bad or gets messed up, let me know so I can fix it. GU's pushing, man. Just gonna let it do its thing. Let's see if gold's gonna do what GU's doing. We're just chilling right here. New 5 minute just popped up. What's going on, new? What's going on? I see you up in here. Yeah, we still got set up to quick and cash. GU hasn't done nothing crazy for the day. Same with GJ. GJ's kind of been chilling. GJ didn't do a big move yesterday either, so we're kind of struggling to make a new higher high. So we're gonna see if we can take these highs out today. That's what I'm really looking for. See if we can take these highs out today. Alright, so we hit TP1 on gold. Let me let the members know. And GU's still pushing. So let's see if we can break past this point. But let me grab my phone. What the fuck's about TP1 just got hit. Let's see what this next 15 does though. Alright, let's see what this next 15 does. I want to see you keep pushing because we already retested this level multiple times. Let's see if we can push through this level of traffic right here. We're going to need some volume though. G's still pushing. GJ's still ranging like it's been ranging yesterday and last night. NAS is retracing. I'll be right back. I gotta grab some coffee. I'm tired as hell. You know what I'm doing this weekend? People were like, when do you sleep? I sleep on the weekends. I'm telling you, I do not get 8 hours of sleep until the fucking weekend. I'm going to be crashing tonight. I got a couple things to do though, but tonight when I'm back at the crib, I am crashing. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok as well, y'all. Y'all see it scrolling at the bottom of y'all screen. Instagram, Playmaker_Way, TikTok _Playmaker_Way _. Post daily on both pages. Got some new posts lined up for y'all today. Make sure to explore the playlist. All playlists are up to date. Just dropped a new video for y'all yesterday as well. And then also make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join the free Instagram, free Telegram. Is tomorrow the last day for the discount? I might extend it to London session open Sunday. But yeah, but like Monday is done. Yeah, Monday is done though. But yeah, y'all can still use the code for the weekend. And for those that don't know what she's talking about, discount code Q1, 25% off everything. That's the signals, one-on-one sessions. Only got one slot available for one-on-one sessions till somebody drops off. Playmaker University, as well as the price action technical analysis playbook. Use discount code Q1. All right, I'm probably gonna have that end on Sunday night, right before London Open. There you go. So we got NAS retracing. So again, this is why I say just don't chase price. Price 9 times out of 10 will retrace, and if you miss the retracement, just enter at the next entry point. So now we can look for ideal entry and also see if price is actually going to hold this level as resistance right here. And then we're going to look to see again either for GU to retest this level or BCR this level right here. GJ, we can look for buys here, short-term buys, but for the trend to continue on GJ, we need to hold 213.15 as support. We gotta hold that level. Gotta hold that level. So we hit TP1 on gold, but as you can see, it's kind of just chilling right now. We did have big ass dumps take place yesterday. Not yesterday. Well, we did have big ass dumps take place yesterday. Right, this is yesterday. That thing fucking ripped before London session. I wouldn't say during London session, but kind of during London session, right? The New York session. So did a retracement last night. So we're gonna look to see if we can get a new lower low today. But it did do a big ass dump last week as well. So we're gonna see what today's got in store. But we're definitely gonna be looking for sells on NAS and GU today. and then buys on GJ. That's the game plan for today. Yeah, so we're gonna let that thing retest. We're gonna see how NAS plays out right here as well. We are pushing now, ladies and gentlemen. We are pushing. We just hit another TP. And again, y'all, just go with the flow of price. That's all it comes down to. Just go with the flow of price. We still got a little bit of work to do, y'all. We still got a little bit of work to do, though. TP3 hit, though. Let's see if we can keep on pushing. New 5-minute just popped up. We got a new hour about to pop up in a little bit. Nas barely missed that level. GU's still pushing. And yeah, GG's in no man's land. So yeah, if y'all don't be setting alerts, make y'all's life easier and set alerts. That way you're not staring at the charts all day. The only reason why I'm doing this is because I'm live right now, right? But if I wasn't live, I would just be letting gold do his thing. And I would not be looking at these other charts until my alerts go off. Right? That's another thing. That's another misconception. Like, people think you have to stare at the charts all day for hours waiting for your setup. You do not have to do that. When you know what your game plan, your bias is, like you see right here, for example, with GU, I got my sell set up here, got my sell set up here. So now all I'm doing is waiting for price to alert me once it hits one of these levels. Then once these levels gets hit, I get a notification on my computer as well as a text on my phone. And then that's when I hop into the charts and look for my confirmations. But yeah, we still got a little bit of work to do. We see gold still struggling a little bit. We need some volume like this or like this to break through this shit right here. So we're gonna see if we can get a little drop like GU. Let's see if we can get a little drop like GU. We're still in profit on this though, but we still got a little bit of work to do. And if y'all do not have this signal in this signal room and you're in this trade, all right, don't let it win and turn to a loser. If you don't know what we're looking for, don't know the entries, SLs to TPs, click that link in the description, or, you know, take what the markets give you. Let's see what this next hour looks like. Appreciate those that like the live. Make sure to like the live and subscribe, y'all. We're almost at 5,100 subscribers. We can get to that easily. If y'all got any questions, drop in the chat. Want me to look at any charts, drop in the chat. But like always, we're just chilling, patiently waiting. Alright, new hour 15 just popped up. Let's see what we got going on. So NAS gold still chilling. Yeah, GJ is just ranging. Like I said, we could look for short-term buys here, but y'all know me, I don't really like to just go for little moves. Sometimes if the markets, if there's nothing else, I'll go for it. But we need to break this other high for the uptrend to continue. We need to break this other high. Now, what do I mean by that? What do I mean by that? Let's talk about it. I just got a notification. That's what it was. So GJ's retesting the level. This is what I mean, y'all. So with this higher low, then we have price retest. We have price keep on pushing up. So we need to take this high out for the uptrend to continue. That's what we was going for yesterday. And as you can see, price kind of failed to take that high out. So if y'all do not have y'all's copy of the playbook, y'all need to get that shit and stop playing around. I'm about to pull the playbook out. You know, I don't know how many times I gotta tell y'all folks this. Some of y'all just be like, yeah. Whatever, way. You're just saying that because you want us to buy the book. But I don't know if y'all get it. When y'all be asking me, how do y'all know this? What are you looking for? This is literally the shit I be looking for. So we go to the rules of uptrend. Alright, what's the rules of uptrend, sir? Let's go to the rules of uptrend. Let's go to the rules of uptrend. Alright, cool. For the uptrend to continue, we need to break past the previous highs to give us a new higher high. We also have to respect the support levels the higher low is resting on. So we look at GJ right here. Let's get rid of this shit. So it's actually pushing up right now. So we're saying that, but we're going to see what price is doing in a second. But this was the higher high. This was the higher low right here, right? So this was the higher high. Boom. This is the higher low. Boom. Right? So then price rejected, retest that level, push back up. That's why we've been going for buys lately. So as you can see right here, this week we've been struggling to break this high to give us a new higher low, higher high. We've been struggling to do that. You can see right here how price has literally been rejecting this level. So that's what I was looking for yesterday, but you can see what price ended up doing yesterday. So today we're going to be looking to see if we're going to see the uptrend come into play or if we're going to play ring around the rosy again. But yeah, so that's what's going on with GJ. But let's see what it's doing right here. If y'all got any questions, drop in the chat. So it is retesting this level. Look at price reacting to this level right here. So again, if we can hold 212.90 as support, you can't look for buys going to 213.15. But like I just showed y'all, we need to hold this level of support for the uptrend to continue. So if we don't hold that level of support, we're just gonna keep on ranging like we've been since like fucking Wednesday, right? Because we got these buy setups Wednesday. Same thing with the Monday buy setup. As you can see, literally all week, price has been struggling to turn this resistance level into support. And like it says right here, for the trend to continue, we need to break past the previous high. When we need to turn resistance levels into support. Just like for price to go down, we need to turn what? Support levels into resistance. So gold's pushing back down. NAS barely missed the entry again. But it's still a better entry than trying to FOMO on this setup here, right? I mean, this candlestick right here. And then GU's doing that. So again, look how price reacted to this level. It's not a coincidence price reacted to this level the way it did. This is exactly why we have these levels marked off and why we enter and exit off these levels. So yeah, we're just waiting for some volume to kick in on gold. We're chilling at TP2, TP3, but we still got a little bit of work to do right here. We still got a little bit of work to do right here. Let's see what y'all talking about in the chat. Bitcoin. You know, I'm surprised you ain't asked me to do that sooner. You usually be asking me. I'm surprised you ain't asked me to do that sooner. Wait, we can take a look at that. We can take a look at that. It's still kind of chilling right now, though. It did break 72, 74K the other day, but I think it was like at 69, 70 yesterday. What chart was I using for you? Was I using this one? Yeah, I was using this one. So let me update this for you. But yeah, we're kind of still in the same situation. All right, we're kind of still in the same situation. All right. So again, we had the downtrend. This was the lower high. This was the lower low, right? This was the lower low. This was the lower high. Boom. All right. So we're now back in the bearish momentum. So I would look for sales, but like I said, it's kind of back in the chop city. And this is like what NAS100 NQ was doing. So y'all was in the TikTok live yesterday, or the YouTube live yesterday. This is what was talking about, like with NQ up until last week. NQ was doing the same exact shit, right? So we pull up, you know, G ain't giving us nothing right now. So let's pull up NAS100 so we can break it down. Let's break it down, y'all. So NAS100 was doing the exact same shit up until last Friday, right? We was ranging, failed to break the high, failed to break the low until last Friday, which is why we went for sales yesterday and why we're looking for sales today, right? So again, let's go to the rules of the downtrend. All right, let's go to the rules of the downtrend. Here we go. Okay. If we look at Bitcoin, 1 second. All right, cool. Look at Bitcoin. This was the lower high. This was a lower low. Again, for price to continue going down, it has to do with what? Break support levels, turn them into resistance levels. This is what creates the lower low, right? Only way the uptrend will come into play is if price breaks past the lower high, or breaks past the lower high and turn the previous resistance level into a support level, like how the green arrow shows. All right. So we look at Bitcoin. We're back in that chop city, right? It broke this high like it did like a week or two ago when I started to go for buys, but as you can see, when it did the retest here, it failed to hold the level of support right here, rejected. Also failed to hold the level of support right here, rejected, right? So now we're holding this level as resistance. So we're back in sell territory. Okay, now as far as what's more day trading wise, I don't like consolidation, but I know you want me to look at this, so I got you. So let me mark out some levels, but before I mark out some levels for you, let me cut you to the chat, but let me put these other charts up really quick so we can see what's going on. Again, y'all got any questions, drop in the chat. Want me to look at any charts, drop in the chat. We're gonna be on for a little bit longer. All right, so let's pull these charts up. Yeah, like I said, I'm only looking for a buy setup here. New 5 minute about to pop up in a little bit. So I'm gonna mark out some levels on these, but I'm just gonna keep this on gold really quick. And then let me cut you to the chat, make sure I'm not missing anything. What's going on, Jay? How long have you been doing this, and where did you get your concepts for trading? I learned all of this on my own. Not that I didn't try to find mentors, I did, but these people couldn't answer my questions, so I had to figure it out on my own. It's like I talk about in the TikTok lives all the time, right? Like, I never really just went with, okay, just buyers, sellers, right? I wanted to know, okay, how does this shit work? Nobody could explain how the shit worked, or when I was paying for mentorships, when I was asking questions, they couldn't answer my questions, or I could tell that they were hiding shit, so I just had to learn the shit on my own. That's why I talk different from everybody else. That's why my charts look different, and that's why I don't sound like everybody else, because I literally trade different. But as far as how long I've been doing this, I've been full-time trading since 2022. So you click that first link in the description, join the free Signal free Telegram. You can see all this yourself. We've been doing this literally since 2022, averaging 80 to 90% win rates on a weekly, monthly, and quarterly basis, literally since 2022, y'all. But as far as how long it took me to become profitable, I started day trading like the end of 2020, beginning of 2021, and then by like maybe Q1 of 2022, I was able to just start working full time. So I went from working 2 jobs 6 days out the week, that I was able to quit one of my jobs and only work a full-time job and then make part-time income with trading. And then I quit both my jobs and I've been just trading since then. So again, trading does not take a long time to learn. The reason why people will take a long time to be profitable, right? Becoming profitable and learning how to trade is 2 different things. But still, people can be unprofitable, still not know how to trade. But The reason why people say it takes years to get profitable is because a lot of people are making the same mistakes over and over again, or they don't know what the fuck's going on. And the reason why a lot of people make the same mistakes over and over again is because, again, every time something bad happens, they can never explain why. They just say, oh, it was the buyers, it was the sellers. It's never, okay, what did I do wrong, or what did the markets do in this situation to hit my stop loss, to hit my TP. But what I did, every time I won a trade, every time I lost a trade, I took notes, I analyzed. Every time a news event popped off, I took notes, I analyzed. Every time the markets did something, I took notes and analyzed. And that's how I was able to come up with all these rules. And this is why these levels are so precise, and that's why I trade the way I trade. But yeah, I don't use nobody's concepts. Obviously, I didn't create support and resistance, but besides like support and resistance, all this shit I came up with myself, all these rules I figured out on my own. And then y'all know how the algorithm be. So then, you know, once you start looking up shit, you start seeing shit on your algorithm. And then it's just like anything in life. You know, think of anything you're good at. You can tell when somebody walks in a room if they actually do what you do or if they're bullshitting. So it's the same thing in the trading space. I be seeing these motherfuckers online, and I can tell they're hiding shit, and I can tell they also are bullshitting because I actually know what the fuck I'm doing. So I used to be like, oh, you know, be in the comments like, you know, try this, try that, or that doesn't make sense, actually do this instead. But then people were just like, oh, you're just hating, you're just jealous. And I was like, y'all don't even know these people are lying and finessing y'all. And I'm trying to help y'all out. But I get it because, you know, from the outside looking in, it could look like a random person in the comment section. Oh yeah, they're just bitter, upset. So that's why I started posting my own shit. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to create my own channel. I'm going to create my own Telegram and start showing people how this is done. Right. And then when I started doing that, I've been doing this shit. Like, I can't pull up because my Telegram's tripping. But again, all you got to do is hit that first link in the description, hit that pinned message. Scroll down a little bit, and you can see we've been catching big ass moves literally since 2022, and this was before this shit was normalized, right? And a lot of people was like, oh, you're lying, you didn't catch these setups, you didn't catch, you know, 10,000 plus pips on NAS and all this, you're lying, there's no way you did this, because my favorite YouTuber never did this. They only catch 5 points. So that's why I started going live, because I'm like, okay, well, you can't say I'm lying if I go live and tell y'all this shit. You can't say I'm lying if I tell y'all exactly what the fuck I'm going for and shit like that. So that's why I started doing this shit, just to show people how it is, because I get it. A lot of people try to learn, and we go into social media as a bunch of information, and a lot of information is bullshit, y'all. I'm telling y'all, these people are setting y'all up for failure. I'm not just saying that just to say it. It's just facts. It's just facts, because again, you listen to all these people, they can never logically explain what the fuck's happening. They either try to make it seem like it's fucking science class, or they just say it's the lions, tigers, and bears. There's never an actual logical explanation. When it's a news event, they can never say, okay, this is what we're going to be looking for. They either say, oh, the news said this, so I'm going to do this. Or they just be like, oh, it's news today, y'all. There's going to be volume. And then after volume pops off, then they go online. I told y'all there's going to be volume today. Well, no shit. It's a news event. Anybody could have told you there's going to be volume in a news event. That happens 8 times out of 10. But yeah. But I got you, new. I'm marking off the levels as we speak. I'm marking off the levels as we speak for Bitcoin. If y'all got any questions, drop in the chat. Want me to look at any charts, drop in the chat. But y'all already know the drill. We're just chilling, patiently waiting. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. Okay, so again, I personally will not be trading Bitcoin, but for you new, you know I got you. So looking at Bitcoin, if I was to take a setup, I'd look for sales as long as we can maintain 68,740 as resistance. So you look for a retest there, or we can break and retest 68,130. You can look for sales going down to 67,520. So GJ's still chilling at that level right there. GU's doing that. Gold's doing that. Let's pull up NAS100. Let's see what NAS100's up to. That thing ended up dumping. Man, barely missed my retest. Shout out to those that got into that though, but I did not take that one. That would be nice with gold. This is what happened yesterday too. Remember in yesterday's live, NAS fucking was tanking and gold was teasing us until the end of the live. So let's see if it's gonna be a deja vu moment this today. That's how you know I'm fucking tired. What am I talking about this today? GU is still teasing us as well. GJ, still doing what GJ doing. Come on, gold. I know gold be getting camera shy sometimes. That's why I be taking it off the screen, because it be feeling the pressure sometimes. So we're gonna just take gold off the screen so you know it can get ready to do what it's gonna do. I appreciate you, man. I'm joining the group and get that book. Yeah, just let me know when you join. Let me know when you join. And damn, man. The sale ends this weekend, though. Still do that. Just hit me up on the back end. But the sale does end this weekend, though. But just hit me up on the back end. But let me know once you join, man. Let me know once you join. And I wish my Telegram would work. I gotta figure this shit out this weekend because I can't blow up the pictures. Oh, it's actually working. Okay. Maybe me computer yesterday worked out. So since it's fucking working, let me shout out some of the folks. So I got some messages yesterday, so let me send that to myself. And while I'm sending that to myself, if y'all got questions, drop in the chat, but also pay attention to how NAS is approaching this level and how NAS will potentially react to this level. But let me send some photos to myself really quick. I'm glad Telegram waited till Friday to get his act together. Shout out to Telegram, y'all. Shout out to Telegram. But let's get into it. Let's get into it. Y'all. We're gonna be on for a little bit longer. So I was gonna send some photos to myself. Now I gotta find the fucking photos. That's one thing about content creating, y'all. Like your storage is fucked. Anyone that be making content know what I'm talking about. My storage is always like, I want to say 2 grams. What the shit's called, 2 megabytes or whatever, from being full consistently. But hold on one second, y'all. Hold on one second. Alright, because we gotta shout out some of the people. I gotta find some more. I'll find some more later. But let's see if gold, let's see what gold's doing, y'all. Okay. See, I told y'all, gold just gets a little bit shy. She gets shy sometimes, you know what I mean? But when I'm off stream, you know, it's just me and her. She be acting right. So don't let gold fool y'all. All right, gold know what she doing. Don't let gold fool y'all. But let me let the members know we just hit TP4. Okay. So right now we're currently at just under a 1-to-1 RR. So we got a little bit of work to do still. We got a little bit of work to do. And look how NAS is reacting. So again, it's not a coincidence that the push halted here, right? So again, this is why we mark off our level. So while everybody else is in a trade la land, right? Oh yeah, I'm in profit. And out of nowhere, price rejects. We are already prepared for the next possible push as well as the next possible rejection. You see what I'm saying? So before everybody else gets blindsided, we're already ahead of the game. So when the level gets hit, we're either closing right at that level or we're ready to secure profits, take partials, whatever the case may be. Right, just like this, it's not a coincidence, right? It's not the buyers magically taking over when price hit here and then halted here, right? It's because, again, it's how the markets work. The markets follow strict rules every single day. Look at NAS. Again, this isn't the buyers trying to take over. This is just clearly a support and resistance level, right? Like we go look in the past, we're going to see the same shit happen over and over and over again, right? This is not buyers magically taking over. Right, it's not a stop loss getting hunted. It's just simply how the markets work. That's why I keep on telling y'all. They keep on telling y'all don't learn how the markets work, because once y'all realize how the markets work, you realize 90% of the shit you hear on the internet is bullshit. But let me cut you to the chat, y'all. Let me cut you to the chat. But real quick, let me shout out to some of the folks, y'all. Shout out to some of the folks, y'all. I got this comment on my post yesterday. Shout out to Lisa. She said, you said stop chasing, wait for the market to come to you, and boom, I did. And what did she do? She made a bando. Shout out to her, shout out to her. And then we got some people that passing 50K funded accounts and all types of stuff. Shout out to me. I got a lot of receipts. I gotta do better with posting receipts, but I just be chilling, y'all. I literally be chilling, but I'm gonna do better. But let me catch you to the chat, y'all. We're gonna be on for a little bit longer. If y'all got any questions, drop in the chat. Want me to look at any charts, drop in the chat. Make sure to hit that first in the description, join the free Signal free Telegram. Again, make sure to take advantage of the sale. All right, make sure to take advantage of the sale. Discount code Q1 for 25% off everything. That's the signals, that's the one-on-one sessions, Playmaker University, and of course the price action technical analysis playbook. As far as how we're doing so far this year, we lost maybe 4 trades this month, which is not bad. We went 19-3 last month, with an 86% win rate. And then we went 23 January, it was 87% win rate. And as far as how we ended quarter 4 last year, whoops, we went, hold on, there we go, 80 wins, 12 losses, gives 87% win rate. So again, we literally average 80 to 90% win rate on a weekly, monthly, and literally a quarterly basis. But not just a weekly, monthly, and quarterly basis. If you scroll to January 9th, you can see how we ended the entirety of 2025. So all 12 months combined, fuck a week, fuck a month. All 12 months combined, we won 232 wins, 30 losses, gives 85% win rate, catching almost 1 million pips. And this is just signals. This is not even including other setups. This is just strictly signals, y'all. But yeah, I'm telling y'all, this shit really works, y'all. It's called the playbook for a reason. And you look how NAS100 is reacting right here. Yeah, GJ's still just chilling. So from this point, we're either going to see price reject and retest, or we're going to see price attempt to turn the support level into a resistance. That's what we're looking at right here. Let's see what else we got. Yes, it is. I actually got the intro video. I was just going to a raw dog and just get straight into it. But I was like, nah, I want to start it off right. So I got the intro video dropping actually tomorrow, so be able to look out for that. And I'm gonna post that, so make sure to be in the free Telegram. I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm gonna send y'all the link to that. But I got a new channel for strictly crypto and stocks, because I do not want to confuse the algorithm, and I also don't want to confuse people on this channel, because last year I was doing that, but I'm just gonna make this one strictly day trading. And yeah, but new, I might switch it up and do day by day updates. I might, I could do that. I could do that actually. Fuck it. But, me personally with stocks and crypto, I do long-term investing. But That could just be more content. I could just do both long term and short term. So I might just do both. I'll figure out how that works. But I do got the intro video lined up, and that's gonna be dropping tomorrow. You just gave me another idea. So now I gotta brainstorm some more. Let me put that in my notes. Now I gotta brainstorm some more. I just been busy as hell, y'all. And then the time, I ain't gonna lie, the time change is still kicking my ass, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I'm getting a little bit adjusted to it, but that time change fucks me up. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Not gonna lie to y'all. But yeah. So we got GJ doing this right here. Nas still chilling here, and gold is ripping. Shout out to the members, y'all. Shout out to those that got into this gold setup. Again, just let price do what it's going to do. Go with the floor price. So why did we not go for buys here, even though we see clear higher highs and price held as low by support? Why? Excuse me. Why did we go for sells here instead of buys? Why did we go for sells here instead of buys? Why did we avoid the quote-unquote fake out liquidity grab, the magical sellers taking over? How did we avoid all the shit these motherfuckers online cry about every single day? It's because, again, y'all, we do not chase price, we follow the flow of price. There is no reason. This is what I talked to y'all about in the TikTok live. So now it's going to make a lot more sense. Look at yesterday. Look at how much volume price pushed to the downside versus the upside. Same thing right here. Why is that? Because on the bigger time frame, right? If we pull up gold, we look on the bigger time frame. That's why I tell y'all, I don't care if you're a scalper, swing trading is different. I don't care if you're a scalper, doesn't matter. You got to go into the bigger time frame, because when we go into the bigger time frame, there is nothing showing bullish momentum, right? When we go into the bigger time frame, there ain't a damn thing showing us higher highs, higher lows. But because a lot of people see a green candlestick, or on the smaller time frame, they see a uptrend, they think, okay, I'm gonna go for buys here. But again, y'all, you want to go with the flow of price. All right, y'all. Always, 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 always. Always, always, always. But let me let the folks know we just hit another TP. Just going crazy. Just going crazy right now. This is a good way to wrap up the week. So even if New York session is slow, guess what? It don't even matter. Because we're making some bread right now. And this is why I like to trade both London and New York session. That way, if there's nothing London session, I can catch some New York session. If there's nothing New York session, hey, I caught something London session. Or if I catch something both sessions, that's even better. You know what I mean? But we just hit. Did we hit another TP? No, we just barely missed it. We just barely missed the next TP. So now we're definitely at a 1-to-1. Yep. So we're gonna let this bad boy keep on pushing. Yeah, so that's a very satisfying drop right there. It's a very satisfying drop. It took a little bit, y'all, but I told you she be getting camera shy sometimes, so we just gotta turn the tab to another chart. But this thing is ripping nicely. You just joined, okay, make sure to explore the channel. Alright, because you can see all the receipts and you'll be notified every time we go live on Instagram. I'm not Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. There's no TikTok live today. I usually don't do it on Fridays. I usually go live at least Monday through Wednesday, sometimes Monday through Thursday on TikTok. But we're live every day on YouTube. Live every day on YouTube. Do I trade Asia session? Yeah, I started off trading Asia. I started off trading Tokyo session. Because again, when I was first trading, that's why when people come to me like, oh, you know, You know, they talk about their situation stuff. Like, it does not matter, because that's the beautiful thing about trading, because there's 23 hours out the day, 5 days out the week when the markets are open, and crypto is 24/7. But when I was working, I was literally working through the day and at night sometimes, so I couldn't trade New York session. So when everybody was like, "Oh, New York session," I'm like, well, fuck, I can't trade New York session. And that's when I found out about London and Tokyo session. So I started out trading Tokyo session and London session. But I just haven't done that lately because my schedule's changed. But yeah, and there's setups, like if you back test, there's setups during Tokyo session. That's why I tell people there's setups all throughout the day. Look at Sunday night, boom. Look at Thursday night. Wednesday night, right? There's moves that be happening all the time. Every session is going to have a slow period. Every session is going to have volume, right? We look right here. This is Tokyo session. Look at this drop. All right. We look right here. Well, that's not Tokyo session. This is Tokyo session. That's 10 o'clock. Look at the drop. What time was this? This was Tokyo session. Drop. This was pre-London. Drop. This was Tokyo session going right into 8 o'clock. Drop. Right, so there's moves all the time. NAS100 did some nice moves Tokyo session this week as well. So whatever your work schedule is, just trade around that work schedule. But do I trade Tokyo session now? No. Only time I'll trade Tokyo session now is, let's say London and New York session was slow as hell, right? Like, for example, what day was it? Y'all know I'm terrible with fucking time. Hold on. What day was it? It was, what day was it? I want to say Wednesday. What day was it, y'all? Y'all know I'm terrible with fucking time. Hold on. Yeah, right. So, for example, right? Remember, whatever day March 20th. Don't laugh at me, y'all. I'm telling you, I'm terrible with time. But remember this day right here, right? March 25th, whatever day March 25th was. I was like, ended up going as projected late into the day. And I said, let's see what tomorrow's got in store for us, right? This was March 25th, right? So on March 25th, which was Wednesday, okay, cool. Right, New York session was, well, this was London session, and New York session was slow as hell, right? Well, what did price do market open going into Tokyo sesking? That's when we saw moves start to happen, right? And then right before London session, 1 a.m., midnight, we saw the dump. We saw the same thing with NAS100. And again, look at NAS, right? So now we're about to see either NAS reject or attempt to turn this level into a resistance. Tell y'all, rip the Band-Aid off, become a playmaker, learn how these markets work. But let's go to the 25th right here. Right, again, London session, disgusting. New York session, disgusting. Right? But what did price do Tokyo session? 11 o'clock. Boom, did a drop. Right? And then that's when we saw the markets wake up going into London session. So yeah, but only time I would trade Tokyo session now is if New York and London are slow as hell, then I'd go trade Tokyo session. That's just me now. But that's because I trade London and New York, right? Because you got to get off the charts at some point. You don't want to overtrade and be on the charts 24/7. So now I'm just like, that's the time to get off the charts, just for my sanity. Because when I first figured this shit out, I ain't gonna lie to you, I was on the charts all fucking, I'm not even joking. I was on the charts all day. I was trading all fucking day. I was trading Tokyo session, London, New York. I'm not joking. I was trading all fucking day back in the day. But less is definitely more. Less is definitely more. And as well, also when my capital increased, I didn't have to do that shit no more. But that was also like 2023, 2022, when like swing trading was easy as shit. Swing trading is not that simple no more, especially unless you get in at a good time. But like 2022, 2023, I was a swing trader. And swing trading was easy as fuck. But now you have to like time it a lot better than you used to have to back in the day. All right, y'all. So yeah, we're in profit, y'all. Ain't too much else to talk about. Ain't too much else to talk about. We're gonna be on for a couple more minutes, y'all. If you got any questions, drop in the chat. Use discount code Q1 for 25% off everything. And I know it's called the playbook for a reason, y'all. You know, shout out to the trolls and haters too. I know a couple of y'all are in here, but you know, they got so much to say in the TikTok lives. But when I say come to the YouTube lives, they're never in the YouTube lives. It's hilarious. They're always on the TikTok lives. Maybe because they're asleep right now. No, they're not asleep. These motherfuckers are somewhere else. I was like, I be telling them, come to the YouTube lives. They be like, oh, this don't work. Oh, you're lying. Buddy in the live yesterday, oh, you can't trade just looking at candles. What are you talking about? Support resistance doesn't work. What are you talking about? All right, buddy. I'm just gonna keep on making my money with the members, and you know, you can keep on falling for fake outs. You know, and lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my. All right, let me let the members know we just hit another TP. I'm gonna respond to the DMs and comments because sometimes, especially Instagram and TikTok, they don't be showing me all the comments all the time. Again, nobody should close this trade red. If you're not in the signal room, you don't know where the SLs, the TP, and the entry is, and you don't know what the markers are doing, do not let this winner turn to a loser. Same thing with NAS100. Nobody should let this winner turn to a loser. And again, look out price, turn the support level into a resistance. So again, it's not fake outs, it's not the buyers magically taking over, it's you rushing the process and not waiting for the break and retest, right? It's very simple. Support, turn to resistance, right? We go to the rules of the downtrend. For price to continue going down, it has to do what? Break support levels, turn them into resistance levels. I'm telling you, it's literally this simple. It's called the playbook for a reason. It's called the playbook for support, turn to resistance. You see what I'm saying? Support, turn to resistance. Alright, so that's simple, y'all. So that's simple. Support, turn to resistance. Boom. Shout out to everybody in the live. Shout out to everybody's been alive since the beginning. Shout out to everybody's been alive since y'all joined. Make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join the free student, free Telegram. If you're interested in learning how to identify these levels, my student service and mentorship programs, you already know what to do. Click those links in the description, y'all. Make sure to catch up to the videos this weekend. If not today, all playlists are up to date. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Instagram Playmaker_Wade, TikTok _Playmaker_Wade_. If you want to contact me directly, you can DM me on anything. I respond to all messages. And yeah, y'all, we're going to let gold do its thing. I'm about to edit some videos. Chill before I got a couple one-on-one sessions. And yeah, I'll be back at around 8 o'clock, 8:30 for the members for the New York price watch list. But again, there is no news today. So I'm just waiting for volume and our confirmations to be met. All right, peace, we out.